Gabriel here from the New York City Guitar School, and I'm here today to show you the CAGED system for the ukulele. Now, the CAGED system is a way of organising your chord inversions, and it allows you to play every single inversion of every chord on the instrument. So for the first example, we're going to be using the chord C. So the chord C is going to look like this, and that is our open C that we use typically when we're playing. Now, the relationships are going to be related to the open chord shape. So C being this shape here, A being this shape here, G being this place, E or F is probably an easier way to think of it, but it doesn't sound as good as caged, so we'll call it F or E. They're kind of interchangeable. But our open F looks like this, and finally the D shape that looks like this. Or you can play it without a bar. Great, so we have C, A, G, F, and D. How can we use that to play all our inversions? Well, what happens is if we play an open C chord, we can actually use the same shape that we would use to play an open A, but we can move it all the way up to here, and if we play it on the 3rd fret, we can actually hear that it's an inversion of the C chord. So we have C, open C, bar chord C, inversion. Okay, so that's our first inversion. C, C shape, C, A shape, C. Now we can keep going at the neck, so following on with the G shape, we can move that up to our 7th fret here. So we have C shape, open chord, A shape, C chord, and now G shape, C chord. We can keep on going, so let's use the F shape next. So F, down here look like this. We can keep moving up all the way up until we get to that 7th fret. Now you notice it looks very similar to the G shape. All we're really doing is we're moving this note on the 4th string up to the 9th fret. And that gives us our F shape C chord. So we've had C, 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 C. Okay, cool. There's one more voicing that we can use, and that is the D shape. So we're going to move that all the way up here onto our 12th fret, and that gives us our last inversion of a C chord. So we have C, we have C, we have C, C, and if you want to repeat the first inversion. So there we go. C, 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 and C. These frets are really close together. Okay, cool. Now let's apply it to a different key. So let's take a G chord. So we're starting on a G chord first. Now let's follow it with our F shape. So we're going to move our 4th string up to here. That's our first inversion there. Our next inversion is going to be the D shape. So we have this here. Great. Now we're going to use our C shape. So we're going to keep this bar. Perfect. So with C, now we have an A shape. Amazing. So for G, it would look like this. We'd have G, we would have G, we would have G, we'd have G, we'd have G. You can finish up back on the original shape up an octave if you want. Great. So that gives us all of the different major chord shapes that we can play on the ukulele, but we can also use this as a way of looking at the minor chord shapes. So if we take the G chord, and we can take our 3rd in the chord, or take our B, and we can move that down to make a G minor. Then we can put this through the cycle too. So G minor is going to look like this. That's our G shape. Now if we follow that with an F shape, traditionally that would look like this. But we need to make that flat for our 3rd, so it's going to look like this. Great, okay. okay? Now we can follow that with a D shape, which would normally look like this. But if we want to make that minor, we're going to take this note, move it down to make our minor chord. Perfect, okay, cool, this is a tricky one. Now we're going to make our normal C shape. And we're going to play it like this. I normally play this as a 3-string voicing. You can bar across on the 3rd and 4th string with your 2nd finger if you want. It's a little tricky though. But I think the 3-string voicing sounds cool. Okay, great. Lastly, we have our normal A shape. Let's flatten that 3rd. And that gives us our G minor up here. So G minor looks like this. So how can we apply this to a chord progression? Okay, so let's take this example here. We're going to go G minor, we're going to go E flat, we're going to go F, and then maybe let's finish on C minor. Okay, so let's start with our first chord. So let's start down here. We have G minor. Now I use this because this system allows me to find the nearest chord inversion. So we have our minor chord here, our G minor. Now the next chord we're going to play is our E flat. So let's think about how we could play that. If we think of a normal E chord as a starting point, we're going to be there on our 2nd fret. So I like to take that chord and I go E chord, so I'm making E flat, so I'm going to take that. So I'm going to be on the 1st fret, like that. Okay, cool. Now we can make this a little easier actually, because if we look here, so if you look at the notes that we're doubling, we can see we're actually doubling our high 4th string here. So we can use that open string, and that makes that chord movement from the G minor to the E flat a little easier because we're just moving one finger. Okay, so the next chord is F. We could follow the same system and go and use that same shape and just move it up, but we know there's an open F chord right here, so let's just grab that. So we have G minor to E flat to the F. Now we have C minor. So to get to C minor, we can see here that we have an open E string, which is the major 3rd, so we can't play an open C minor down here, so we're going to have to find an inversion. So to do that, I'm going to take this C chord, I'm going to play my A shape inversion, and I'm going to make that minor. Okay, cool, and then I'm going to analyze what notes I have. So we have, I can see again I'm doubling that high G, so I'm going to play that as an open chord, and it means I'm just barring across the 3rd fret and letting that open high 4th string ring. So now our chord progression becomes like this. Which is awesome. So that's our first set of chord changes played through like this. But now we have access to every chord, so why don't we see if we can find a new set of inversions for this? So we have the G minor, make it like this, or the next inversion we'll just put that note here on the 4th string. Not a huge difference there, but we can also see that if we go back to our major chord inversions and we'll go invert it that way. So okay, so let's make this a minor chord. So we've gone G minor, G minor, G minor. Okay, this is pretty cool voicing here. And again, we can use our open G string there. Cool, so then let's say that's our first variation. So we have okay, cool, that sounds really nice. I want to work my way back down, so I know there's an E flat here. But I wonder if I use this C shape inversion of the E flat. I think that's going to sound really cool. So I'm going to go. Maybe I'll drone that open G just as a common theme. So yeah. And again, we could play our F like this, or we could add the 9 there. Sounds pretty. So we could have. And we're going to finish on our C minor. So how do we get to our C minor? We could bar that 3rd fret again, which sounds cool. Or I wonder what other voicing we could use. Do you want to use our G voicing? to push us back up, so that could be like this. So we could have our G minor to our E flat to our F add 9 to our C minor up here like this. So C minor up here back to our G. That sounds cool. So then we have the original chord progression. And we have a variation that's going to sound like this. We can find another variation higher up the neck if we want, but I think they both sound cool, and we can basically change between those two variations or interchange the chords from between them, so we could move down and up between the different variations and they both sound cool. So that's just one way of exploring using the CAGED system, or CAGFD system as the ukulele players may play it. And it's super interesting, and have fun trying to find different chord progressions using this technique. My name's Gabriel, thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment and subscribe. If you've got any questions, drop it in the comment section and I'll get back to you. If you've got any video suggestions, feel free to contact us and we'll try and make our way to it. Thank you so much for checking out this video.